All right, so it's March 19th, 2026, and for the last 45 days, I've been doing Joe Dispenza type meditations. I've been reading Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself, and I've been really looking at my unconscious programming and making a solid effort in rewiring my belief systems, my programming, my thought patterns, and really just trying to wire myself for happiness, success, wealth, health, and just an amazing life. And it's been a crazy process last 45 days. It's been really interesting. I've been manifesting some really interesting things. I've been running into some challenges and some pitfalls and questions and paradoxes, and I'm going to talk all about that in this video. But quick recap. Joe Dispenza, he's a guy who talks about how to rewire your subconscious programming. Basically, your subconscious programming dictates the quality of your life. If you have limiting beliefs around money or health or love or relationships, you're going to struggle in life. Whereas if you have really healthy, positive belief systems around money and wealth, you're going to have a better quality of life because you have a better quality of belief systems. And, I'm very much still on this journey. I'm by no means an expert, but, I've learned a lot. I've been doing personal development for the last 13 years. So I've learned a thing or two, and I'm just going to sit here and just be, just straight up and just talk about my experience. And yeah, it's pretty crazy. So I guess I'll start with just some of the questions and kind of challenges and paradoxes I've been experiencing through doing this work. And these are just questions I cannot seem to really answer right now. And I don't know if other people have experienced these, but basically, I guess my first question I've been running into is how do you know that the past exists? Right? If I was to ask you right now, you watching this video, what did you do today? You might say, well, I went to work. Got to work at 9. I left at 5. I went out and I got some food at a restaurant after, and then I came home and watched TV, and now I'm watching this video. And I say, okay, where is your proof that any of that actually happened? And you could say, well, I took a picture while I was at work. I took a selfie. Here you go. Here's proof that I was at work today. Okay, well, that selfie that you're showing me is happening right now in the present moment. That's not the past. And then you could say, well, talk to my friend. My friend was with me at work today. They'll vouch for me. They'll say I was there. And I go talk to your friend in the present moment. Your friend will say, oh yeah, of course. He was at work or she was at work today. I worked with them. But that conversation is happening in the present moment. Where is your proof that the past actually happened today? If now is all there is, how do you know that the past exists? Or how do you know the past happened the way you believe it did? You could easily tell me, oh yeah, today I went skydiving out of an airplane, and then I landed on the beach in Thailand and had a bunch of drinks and watched monkeys jump around, and then I went hiking up an active volcano, and it was so crazy. Your mind cannot tell the difference between a thought you think in your mind and the actual experience in 3D reality. So if you close your eyes right now, you take a couple deep breaths and you imagine today you went skydiving out of an airplane, you landed on a beach in Thailand, you had a bunch of drinks and watched monkeys, and then you walked up an active volcano with lava all around you. If you imagine that thought in your mind with enough intention until you start to feel the emotions of that event, your mind would not be able to tell the difference between that event and your quote unquote day that actually happened. And I'm not going to sit here and try and say that your past didn't happen. I'm just simply pointing out the paradox in reality, right? Seriously, try that right now. Try that. Close your eyes and imagine that today you went skydiving out of an airplane. Imagine jumping out of the airplane, feel the wind blowing by you, feel the excitement, feel the adrenaline as you plummeted to the earth. And imagine that with enough intention in your mind, focus on that thought with enough intention, with enough intensity, till you feel the emotions of it, and it'll feel so real. And I promise you, when you wake up when you stop visualizing, when you open your eyes and you go back to your day, there will be a part of you in your mind that said, wait a second, did that actually happen? Did I actually jump out of an airplane? And then your rational thinking mind will come in and say, oh no, that didn't happen. You went to work today and you went to a restaurant, remember? But there's that brief, like, split second, couple seconds after you do the visualization where you can't tell, like, did that actually happen? Because it felt so real. And so I've been struggling with that. When people ask me, people that are close to me, when they ask me, oh, how was your day today? I could easily say, oh, I did this, and, I went to work, and yeah, I went and I watched some TV at my buddy's house, and, I took a walk. I could do that. That's not particularly exciting, though. Part of me wants to be like, oh yeah, today was freaking awesome, man. Yeah, I was driving around in my blue Lamborghini, and then I went to this beachside club, and I was having the time of my life, man. And then we hopped on a plane and we went to California, and I watched the sunset on the beach. It was the best day I've ever had, man. It was freaking incredible. Because that feels so much better to think that thought. It feels so much better to almost like lie to myself and be like, oh, my day was freaking amazing. My day was so exciting. And that's basically what this work is all about. This Joe Dispenza work. It's all about literally like tricking your mind into thinking that your dream reality is happening right now. See, what a lot of us do is we say, oh, when I get to that point where I'm making $1 million, or when I get to that point where I have that Lamborghini, or when I get to that point down the road in the future, when I'm, living my dream life, then I'll be happy. Then I'll be grateful. Then I'll feel joy and excitement. What Joe Dispenza talks about is acting as if that dream reality is happening right now. Again, your mind cannot tell the difference between an experience that you create through thought alone, through visualization or mental rehearsal, as he calls it. It can't tell the difference between that and 3D reality, what is actually happening right now. Close your eyes and imagine yourself sucking on a lemon. Imagine taking a big bite of a yellow lemon and watch as your mouth puckers up and you get all that sour feeling as if you're actually biting a lemon. Because your mind can't tell the difference. It thinks you're actually biting into that lemon if you do it right. Or imagine putting a sour warhead in your mouth right now. Ooh, you get all that tingly sourness going through your mouth. There's no warhead in your mouth right now, but your mind thinks there is. Your body reacts to what you think. So again, this stuff is really weird. It's really trippy. There's a lot of just nuance to it. There's a lot of complexity. It's exciting. It's confusing. It's literally it's crazy, man. But reality is paranormal. Reality cannot be defined by science. Therefore, by definition, reality is paranormal. Reality is mystical. Reality is a dream. Try and explain reality to me. Look around the room you're in right now and try and make sense of this dream you're in. You can't. You cannot explain what is happening. You cannot explain the mechanics of life. It is impossible. We as human beings cannot do that. So don't sit here and say that what I'm saying sounds crazy, because life is crazy. The fact that you are alive right now is freaking insane. The other paradox that I've been running into is, can an experience that you create through visualization, can an experience you create through thought alone be better than the actual experience in 3D reality? So if you imagine yourself jumping out of that airplane over Thailand and walking up an active volcano, and that's in your mind, that's such an amazing thought to have. It feels so freaking good to have that thought. Is that better than the actual experience? So let's say, I don't know, let's say a guy has no legs, right? Or he's he'll never have real legs, but he wants to experience having real legs. His legs were blown off or something. He doesn't have legs. Can he, in his mind, visualize having legs? And would that be better than the actual experience of having legs? Or for a woman that can't have a baby because she's too old or whatever, what if she imagined having a baby and just every day, close her eyes and imagine, having a child, right? And like, it was so real in her mind. Like, having this child was so real in her mind. Could that be better than the actual experience of having it in 3D reality? I don't know. I'm just asking questions right now. I'm not gonna sit here and say like, oh, I'm the expert, like, listen to me. I'm just saying, when you go through the process of doing these Joe Dispenza meditations, you really start to question a lot. You start to question a lot about yourself. You start to question a lot about reality. And I'm just currently going through that right now. One of the other paradoxes I've been having is, what was it, man? Freaking A. I should have written these down. The past, manifestation. Oh yeah, this one. Okay, this is probably the biggest one. So the whole reason I started doing Joe Dispenza meditations was because I wanted to fix all these problems in my life. There were all these things that I didn't like about myself. And so I was like, all right, I'm going to go out and I'm going to do Joe Dispenza meditations because I want to fix these problems I have with myself, okay? Now, I'm sitting here, day 45 of doing these meditations, and I'm like, wait a second. Why am I going to get on this video right now and say, oh yeah, I still have this problem. You know, I'm working on fixing this problem. Why would I say that? Right? Because when I say it, I'm just affirming that I still have the problem. Couldn't I easily just say I don't have that problem anymore? Like, let's just make something up. Let's say that I have the problem, like, I'm always late for things. Like, I'm constantly running late for things. Like, I'm always like 10 minutes late for every meeting, every appointment I ever have, and it drives me crazy. Why would I sit here on this video and say, oh man, I'm so frustrated, man. I just need to keep doing these Joe Dispenza meditations because I don't want to be late anymore. I'm sick of being late. That's a problem I have. I need to work on that problem because it's driving me nuts. Why would I do that? I could easily just sit here and say, oh yeah, it's not a problem. I'm always on time for things. Both of those are true. Again, going back to the point of your mind does not know the difference between reality and thought alone. Your whole life is a story. So you either believe you're lazy or you're productive. You either believe you're socially awkward or you're very confident in public. You either believe you're horrible with talking to women or you're really good at talking to women. You either think you're not good at sports or you are good at sports. You either think you're funny or you're not funny. Those are all belief systems you have. And whichever one that you give power to, whichever one you focus on and give attention to, that's the story that you're continuing to feed. So again, why should I sit here and say, oh, I have all these problems, I'm working on them? I could easily just sit here and say, I don't have any of these problems. I'm good, man. I'm happy. Life is freaking amazing. I'm a millionaire. I have more money than I know what to do with. Life is amazing. I'm so grateful. Every day is an amazing, awesome adventure. Why can't I do that? Seriously. I'm just saying, again, I'm just asking questions, man. But these are the things that I have been mulling over, trying to figure out. It's weird. It's really weird. This process is just a strange, nuanced, complex process, but it's a lot of fun. I've been manifesting a lot of cool stuff. In my 30-day video, I talked about how I manifested this guy who I had known in a chance encounter in a graveyard. He hit me up a couple weeks ago out of nowhere, and he has this amazing business idea, and him and I have been talking every single day, meeting up, talking about this amazing business idea that we're working on. And this guy seems to think we can make a lot of money doing this. Like, we found a hole in the market, we found a hole in this niche, and we're tapping into it. And we're both fired up. We're both really excited. This guy just texted me out of freaking nowhere. Out of nowhere. As soon as I started focusing on abundance and wealth and happiness, this guy just falls in my lap. He lives right down the street. He has all this experience with video production and marketing and sales. He's a one-man entrepreneurial army, and he just texted me out of freaking nowhere, man. Like, that is an amazing manifestation that I attracted. And this isn't just me saying this. Like, this, I can show you the freaking text from this guy. I can show you our chat log. I can show you all the calls that we've had, man. Like, This is really happening. Like this is happening in 3D reality. It's just crazy, man. It's absolutely crazy. Like I've never felt like I have right now in my life. Like I feel different. I walk different. I talk different. I have different thoughts. I'm acting differently. I'm learning a lot about my subconscious programming. I'm learning a lot about my limiting beliefs. Like this stuff freaking works, man. It's crazy. And I'm just going to keep going. Yeah, I still have a lot of questions. I'm being challenged all the time. Like again, like I could say there are bad days, or I could say like every day is freaking amazing. Every day is awesome. Which one of those is true? Seriously, man. Like somebody tell me which one of those is true. You can't. Try it with yourself, man. Don't listen to me. Try it with yourself. Sit there right now in your chair, wherever you are. Think of a problem you have. And now say out loud, I have this problem. See how that makes you feel. And then say, I don't have this problem. And see how that makes you feel. If you say you don't have this problem anymore, you're going to start to feel pretty good. You're going to be like, oh yeah, no, I don't have that problem. It's awesome. The problems that you have in your life are only problems because you keep thinking about them. You keep affirming them. You keep bringing them to life. You keep speaking them into existence. You know the first thoughts I think when I wake up in the morning? As soon as I wake up, I'll spend a couple minutes with my eyes closed in bed when my brain waves are really slow. I won't think about all the problems in my life. I will just speak affirmations into my mind. I'll keep my eyes closed. I'll say, I am a money magnet. I am amazing. I am powerful. Money flows to me effortlessly. I am so grateful for this amazing life I have. And I just say things like that over and over and over. Whatever amazing affirmation pops into my mind, I just let it go. I say, I am always on time. I am grateful that I am healthy. I have amazing style. I am funny. I am confident. I am a master negotiator. I am great at sales. I am kind. Whatever pops into my mind, I just say that. And when you're in that state, when you just woke up and your brain waves are wicked slow, the gateway between your conscious mind and your subconscious mind is wide open. So you're very susceptible. So why would I wake up and the first thing I do, why would I just start thinking about all the crap in my life that I don't like? Again, do these problems even exist? Why would I think about all these problems I have? It doesn't make any sense. So instead, first thing I do, I just flood my mind with positive affirmations, and it just sets me up for the rest of the day. Guys, this process it's not like you're just going to wake up one day and be like amazing at this. Like it takes time, okay? It's a practice just like anything else, just like riding a bike, right? But if you dedicate yourself to getting 1% better every single day, imagine where you'll be in 100 days. You'll be a completely different person. And I feel different. I feel different than I did 45 days ago. I just feel better. I'm more excited for my future. I'm going to keep affirming myself. I'm going to stop thinking about my problems. I'm going to stop feeding my problems energy. And I'm going to only focus on the things I want. I'm going to keep focusing and giving energy to the things that I want in my life, the things I want to attract. I'm going to keep visualizing my dream life over and over and over and over and over, as long as it freaking takes. I can't go back to the old me. I can't. I don't like that guy. I'm going to keep going down this road. And it's crazy because my background is all about, I came from the realm of shadow work, This is the other kind of question I've been having. I came from the realm of shadow work. I've done years of shadow work, looking inside at my demons and all this trapped energy, these trapped emotions inside me, looking at them, healing them, feeling them, releasing them. And what Joe Dispenza talks about is, don't focus on your negative crap. Don't think about your negative emotions. Focus on the person you want to be. Feel into that version of yourself until you start to feel as if it's happening right now. And yeah, those negative emotions, they're going to come up because they have to be released. If you're going to make room for amazing emotions, you better believe that those negative emotions are going to want to come up. They're going to want to be released. Those negative thought patterns, you can't bring them with you on this journey. You got to let go of them. You got to let go of all that crap, all that baggage, all those demons that we carry around. You got to let that go. And so, yeah, I've been coming face to face with a lot of limiting beliefs. I've been coming face to face with a lot of negative subconscious programming that I've carried with me for a long time. And I have to look at it and say, do I want to carry this with me down the road? Or do I drop it right now and just keep going? And every time I'm going to choose to drop it because it's not serving me anymore. I am stepping more and more into my dream version every single day. And I invite you guys to do the same. All right? I'm going to continue to make these videos. I'm going to continue to do this work. And I'm just going to see how far I can take it, man. Like, you only got this one life, right? Maybe we have trillions of lives. Who knows, man? Maybe I'm going to come back as Ross a million more times. I have no idea. But I have this life right now. That's all I know. So I'm going to keep going, and I'll keep you guys updated. And if you guys like this content, subscribe, like. Go out there today, smile at a stranger, give a stranger a genuine compliment. Just say, hey, how's your day going, man? Yo, what are you up to today? I like that shirt, man. That's a cool shirt. Something genuine. Make that person feel like they're not alone in the world. Say something nice to them. It raises your karma. It's sowing good energy into this reality. It's making them feel good. It's a win-win for everyone. So, all right, guys. I will talk to you later. I hope you're having an amazing day wherever you are. Life is a dream, and you are the dreamer. I will see you later. All right, guys, take care.